Mark Goulston is a psychiatrist and author who has written a number of interesting and compelling books over the years. I came to know his work when I was putting together a course designed to improve the communication skills within the DHS legal community. No easy task, I assure you. I discovered some of Dr. Goulston's works due to the number of other authors that cite to him as an authority on building communication skills. So I thought I'd better take a look. I found lots of different things, and something struck me as so very useful that I wanted to share it with others. It was Dr. Goulston's design on diffusing the disruptive conversation. Let me define what a disruptive conversation is for our purposes. That is the one in which you're busy, you're minding your own business, going about your day, and then wham, an agitated or even angry person is in your doorway. He or she is really letting you have it about something. You didn't think this through before you went ahead and did this. You only think of yourself. How could you be so stupid, selfish, naive, self-centered? You fill in the blank. Perhaps you get the idea. Notice that many disruptive conversations begin with a question that's not really a question about how you lack some basic element necessary for coexisting in a modern society. The first thing that happens when we are challenged about who we are, why we did something, or our moral being is to become defensive. Very defensive. This is only natural. Our mind is designed to fire out in a certain direction. How dare you challenge me? Who do you think you are? You're wrong, and here come umpteen reasons for why you are not a worthy human being. Perhaps you recognize the pattern. This is how many disruptive conversations go. We now have two angry people trying to defend themselves, their positions, and their image of who they think they are, at least to themselves, and trying to solve a problem? Not very likely. Dr. Goulston's first point is that if you really want to resolve the issue that has been introduced by the disrupting person, we must fight this urge to defend ourselves. If your goal is to put this person in their place or to fight back and show them who the boss is, you can do that too. Just understand that, one, that is all you can really accomplish, and two, that resolution is likely to be temporary, inflict more damage, and will lead to more difficult challenges in the relationship ahead. If you want to solve the problem and you have not gone into attack mode yourself, you have a chance. Dr. Goulston stated that the way to get there is to find room for the disrupting person to breathe. Just get them to breathe, which is easier said than done. Step one, don't rise to the challenge put before you, that is. Don't rush to your own defenses. Step two, let the disrupting person get it all out on the table. Your purpose here is to let the emotions run their course, or to exhaust, if you will. It is only after the disrupting person is exhausted that they can regain their footing and find ground to have an effective conversation. A side note on this topic. Upset people do not like to be told certain things like to calm down or to relax. Their ego is already engaged in a confrontational manner. They are likely upset with you or something you have done. They are not ready to receive direction from you at this time. They are not yet emotionally exhausted. Don't take issue with anything this person has said. Acknowledging that you understand their position is not the same as agreeing with them or endorsing what they are saying. You should only be listening for their point of view, attempting to understand the source of their anger. Don't offer solutions yet. Solutions come from the rational domain, or the frontal lobe, and you are still conversing with their emotional domain, or the limbic system. Another side note, this is not easy to do. You will have to muster whatever emotional stability you have access to if you're going to stay in the game. Personally, I need all I have in reserve to get through this process. If you can make it to this point, then step three. The disrupting person appears to have exhausted their stream of complaints, so you think it must be your turn to speak. It's not. You have to make sure that he or she has really dumped out whatever it is that they're grinding on. You have to really make sure they are exhausted. At the end of what you think was a foolish or selfish or immature diatribe, you have to do another difficult thing. You have to ask for more. Tell me more. Okay, at this point, you have every right to be skeptical. You must think, because I did, I'm not going to let that person talk to me that way. And if I ever did, I am certainly not going to ask for more. But you really should ask for more. And here's why, according to Dr. Goulston. When you ask for more, several psychological factors will kick in. The disrupting person will lower their defenses because they are more comfortable with the idea that you are not going to counterattack. Tell me more communicates that you remain interested in the item of conversation and have been listening all the while. Tell me more is where the disrupting person can begin to exhale. You should physically see an alteration in the disrupting person's body posture as they empty the burden they have been carrying with them. Once they have told you more, you may now find ground upon which you can have a reasonable, thoughtful conversation. The frontal lobe will take over the conversation and you will begin to have a chance to build rather than damage the relationship. These 3 steps, ignoring your own defenses, allowing the person to speak fully and completely, and then asking for more, should help you through your next disrupted conversation. I'm John Besselman, and this has been FLETC Talks.